Have you ever listened to a song and felt the story so deeply that it actually taught you something? Today, we're going to unlock the Spanish language by diving into one of Latin music's most tragic and beautiful ballads. We're about to find out how a heartbreaking story set on a lonely pier can actually be a masterclass in learning a new language. So that's the big question, right? Can a song really teach you a language? And the answer is, oh, it's a huge yes. And our source material for today, the legendary ballad Muelle de San Blas by Maná, is the absolute perfect proof. The song kicks off with these lines. She said goodbye to her love. He departed on a boat at the pier of San Blas. Now, this isn't just a lyric, it's the start of a legend, and it's also the very first step on our language journey today. And that's exactly how we're going to treat it. See, this song isn't some textbook you have to memorize. No, it's a story you have to experience. We're going to break down how this whole tragedy unfolds, one incredibly powerful Spanish verb at a time. Okay, so let's start where it all began, right there at the pier. We have our two characters, Ella and Elle. That's she and he. And this whole story is set in motion by a few really simple but totally profound actions. Here's the very first action. Ella despidió. She said goodbye. And right away, that one phrase just sets this tone of sadness, of finality. It all starts here. And here is our first key verb, despidió. It's in the past tense, which is super important. This isn't just to say goodbye, it's a completed action. The farewell is over, it's done. And with that one word, the song immediately establishes its core conflict, separation. So, right after her action, we get his. Él partió. He departed. You can see how it's this perfect sequence, almost like a call and response between these two lovers. And that brings us to our second verb, partió. It's really the other side of the coin to despidió. She says goodbye, and he leaves. It's the physical act of departure. And together, these two past tense verbs completely lock in the moment this whole story begins. Now, this is the line that changes absolutely everything. He swore he would return. Honestly, without this promise, there is no story. And here's the crucial point, the verb juró. He swore. He made a solemn vow. This single word is the engine that drives the entire tragedy. It's the reason she waits. It's what seals her fate to that pier for the rest of her life. So, a promise was made, but now we have to witness its devastating consequence, the endless, agonizing passage of time. Thousands of moons passed, and she was always on the pier, waiting. I mean, listen to that. The lyrics don't just say a long time went by, they make you feel it. Thousands of moons. It's just so poetic and so heartbreaking. And here we start to see the physical toll of all that waiting. Su cabello se blanqueó. Her hair whitened. And again, notice the verb here, blanqueó. It's in the past tense, showing a completed action. Her hair isn't in the process of whitening, it has whitened. Time's work is done, and that image it creates is just so instant and powerful. This line, this is one of the most beautiful and tragic lines in the entire song, and time slipped away. The verb here, escurrió, is just so perfect. It doesn't just mean time passed, it means it slipped away, like trying to hold water in your hands. It's this tangible, painful description of her life just disappearing, completely beyond her control. Okay, so we've seen the promise and we've felt the passage of time. Now we get to the absolute heart of the matter, the central theme of the entire song, and it's all summed up in just two simple words. All right, here we are. We've arrived at the single most important verb in the entire song. Quedó. She stayed, she remained. Remember, he partió. He departed, but she quedó. It's the defining action, or maybe the defining inaction of her entire life. And how did she remain? In what state? Sola, alone. This one word gives meaning to her entire existence from the moment he leaves. Quedó sola. She remained alone. And just look at how this song builds on this powerful idea. She wasn't just alone, she was alone in oblivion. She was alone with her spirit. She was alone with only the sun and the sea for company. And ultimately, she was alone on that pier. Every single line just adds another layer to her profound solitude. So, what does this all mean for someone who's trying to learn Spanish? I mean, we've analyzed this whole tragic story, but what's the actual lesson here? Well,
It's all about feeling the language. And this brings us right to the core lesson. Learning a language isn't just about identifying vocabulary lists and memorizing verb charts. It's about connecting with the intensity behind the words. To really truly learn, you have to connect with the emotion of the story.
This song basically hands us the perfect roadmap. First, you listen for that raw power in the singer's voice. You let yourself actually feel the heartbreak of the story. And then, you connect that feeling to the specific verbs that built it. Despidió, partió, juró, quedó. When you do that, you don't just memorize words, you internalize their emotional weight. So, the big idea to take away from all this is that language isn't just grammar and flashcards. It's story, it's emotion, it's intensity, and maybe, just maybe, the key to unlocking a language is waiting for you right inside the lyrics of a song you already love. So I'll leave you with this. What story is your favorite song waiting to teach you?